What's up, world? This is WeNeeda5th. This your man Mo. Got my man P in the building.
Peace.
Got my man Hill on the line.
Yo,
Fellas, wow. That was quick. 2 games down, and Boston looks good, guys. I know, first, I know what I think about Boston going up 2-0. I think they jumped on Dallas and didn't let them go. I think that game 3 is a must win for Dallas, especially for my predictions of them winning this series in 7. But I came away thinking Boston looks good. Looks like the engine's running. They faced a little adversity with the comebacks in both games that Dallas attempted to do. Didn't panic and was able to persevere. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm a little worried. I think this game 3 is definitely a must win. How did you guys see this series so far? What are you guys seeing?
You want to go, Hill?
I'm gonna go half full and say that Boston did what they needed to do and protected home court advantage. Now it's Dallas' turn to do this, and the first one to win. I know it's hyperbole, it's cliche. First one to win on the opponent's home court will probably win this series, and it just seems as such. So Dallas has to win these next 2. So I'm not concerned for picking Dallas, but there's a little uneasiness. I'll say that is starting to creep in. But I think a lot of that settled with, unfortunately, Kristaps' injury.
Yeah. Hey, where you at?
I of course, if I pick Dallas, they're down 2-0, so I don't feel great. But Porzingis is out. They're at home. I don't know what else you will want if you want Dallas to win game 3. What else could you want? So I expect Kyrie to have a bounce back game, and Dallas to get back into the series, basically.
And we all agree that Kyrie Irving has to show up in order for Dallas to have a chance at winning a championship or winning the series, period.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he hasn't shown up to date yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, another thing is, too, I mean, Kyrie had some mid-games, even when he played Minnesota. Difference is those 18 points, those 16-point games, he didn't have to really take over with scoring. He took over with getting into the paint and causing havoc and allowing Gafford and Lively and PJ, to attack the boards and, to play above the rim. You're not getting that right now. Drew Holiday's a different beast. Jaylen Brown's a different beast. I mean, the switch-offs, they're not getting into the paint and creating lobs. Mazzulla has a decent game plan if he ends up winning this. I mean, I know they was talking about kicking him out a couple years ago, even last year. But, what a difference a year makes if these guys can finish it up. But keeping him out the paint and giving Luka his, and like you said, Kyrie has to show up. But allowing Luka to have his, and even maybe Kyrie having his, is not pretty much going to be enough for Boston. Those guys got to help out on the other end.
Can we talk about a player? I feel like people are talking about him, but I don't feel like they're talking about him enough. Drew Holiday? Is he the unsung hero?
He's getting his due. People are watching. It's hard to really watch. It's hard to really look away from what Drew's doing.
Yeah, to me, it jumps out. And I think this is like, if you didn't see it with Milwaukee, you see it now. Because this is pretty much what he's doing with Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he took on a challenge in the finals. I think they were down. They was actually down 2-0. You know, I don't say he locked him down, but he did a good job defending Devin Booker and Chris Paul. To me, he's the best perimeter defender in the game. You know,
And not even that. And to piggyback with you too, P. And please finish. I'll make this pretty quick. Derek Brown, as well as Drew Holiday, being able to play both sides hungrily on defense and still give you buckets on offense is really not fair.
I know that's some type of Freudian slip. You said Derek Brown, so it might be Derek White and Jaylen Brown.
Yeah,
I totally agree with you. Yeah. No, they have three quality defenders.
To score.
I'm not. I don't like switching, but in this case, it works. It works for them because they have multiple defenders, and Hill, like you said, they score. You know, sometimes this my beef with these guys. They say the guy's a defensive specialist, and he doesn't give you like they give you their defensive specialist that could get you buckets on the other end. So, yeah,
and especially no offense,
but especially playing a team like Dallas, where you have two superstars that are really offensive heavy in their skill set or what they bring to the table in Luka and Kyrie. And I think part of playing good defense on them is not only, hey, solid defense when they're on offense, but also making them work on offense and making them have to be active and live defenders and have to work on that end of the court as well.
No, their meals on the other end now too. Their meals.
Yeah, no, definitely a good point. I'm not saying they tried to, but you can't hide them.
Yeah,
like we were just saying, they have 4 guys that could get a bucket. Just give them the ball and they could get a bucket, and you forcing Luka and Kyrie to play D on the other end, no matter what. So yeah, that's a good point.
And before we get too far into what we think is going to happen tonight with tonight's game, and I'm remiss because I should have said this from the top. Want to send a heartfelt condolences to the West family. Jerry West passed today, also known as the Logo, Mr. Clutch. He was an all-star in every year he played. Coached in the game. Was many will argue that he was the architect of a couple of championship teams between LA and Golden State. Many will tell you.
Yeah. I actually like a couple. I forgot Golden State. Maybe multiple. Yeah, maybe more than a couple of dynasties, not just championships. Dynasties. Yeah.
And if you believe the stories that are told, he was the sign off on Kobe Bryant for the LA Lakers. After he saw him, he gave the seal of approval and said, "Yeah, you got to get this kid."
Yeah.
So
yeah, the GOAT talent evaluator in my mind. I believe Magic. I could be wrong. I know Worthy. And Kobe, probably arguably the best free agent signing ever in the NBA. You know, refused to trade Klay Thompson for Kevin Love when Kevin Love was like a 25 and 15 guy. You know, I like Monte Ellis' game, but he cleared Monte Ellis out of there, said Steph Curry is to where we need to go. So you know,
I mean, that Kobe draft is still too. He picked up Derek Fisher, and people were like, "Who?"
Right, right, and that's when we were. You know, most people. You know, that might have been like one of the last times college basketball was at its peak. I had no clue who Derek Fisher was.
Right, but he did.
No clue.
Yeah. So definitely rest in peace to Jerry West.
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
Back to the finals. What do we think? I What do you think is going to happen for tonight? You got Dallas winning tonight. I have Dallas winning tonight. I'll start there.
They're gonna need to. I mean, uh, what do I think will happen? I think Dallas to win, and what should happen is Dallas to win, and Dallas needs to win. So I think it's just that cut and dry on my pick for them. They lose this game, you're talking about 4 you can play around with if you're Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For the viewers, Dallas is up 10, 19-9 with 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Everyone on this panel picked Dallas to win the series, so we know where our root interests lie. So like I said earlier, I think Kyrie has a bounce back game. They're at home. Porzingis is not playing. I think Dallas wins this game.
Now,
Nice.
let me ask you guys this. Do you think Boston has a real shot of beating Dallas if without Porzingis?
Yeah, I do. I mean, they pretty much made it to the NBA Finals without Porzingis.
I think they're going to be small without Porzingis.
Oh yeah, I mean they're better. I'm not saying that, but
and I think what I think that was one of the things that they were able to lean on in those first 2 games is that they did have a taller presence in the paint, on the defensive end, but more so, hey, for the offensive end, he made Lively look small. It's like, oh, that's the difference between like 7'2" and 7 foot. Okay, it just felt like Dallas didn't have anybody that could just match up with him height wise, and once he got out of the game, it felt the opposite. That hey, Boston height wise, just a length, they don't match up with Lively and Gafford as well when he's on the court.
I mean, you're talking about potential MVP at one point candidate, all NBA first team, all NBA second or third team, and all NBA defensive first team. Boston is no slouches, with or without Porzingis. So I expect them to be where they are right now. I mean, to me, Porzingis was a plus. Like you say, you can't really count on him. So what he gave you was pretty good. But it seems the way he fell that game 2, you might want to scheme these finals to be without him. Actually, and I think Boston will be fine.
Hey guys, hit us up on social media. Let us know what you guys think. Do y'all still feel confident about your picks for the NBA Finals? Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe, that notification button so you know when the next video comes out. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. And you can hit us up directly at WeNeeda5th@gmail.com. Fellas, before we get out of here, because I kind of want to talk about the women's Olympic team. We didn't get into that with our WNBA discussion. A lot of people are complaining and saying that the Olympic team should have considered putting Caitlin Clark on the team just for marketing purposes, just so that you can have your dream, a la dream team type of influence because of her popularity and because, hey, you're trying to grow the brand of the WNBA in specifically. Where do you guys fall on that? Do you agree with that?
I mean, if you're gonna do that, I mean, like you say with LeBron coaching, I mean, just go all the way. Just play her. Just have her games played every night. You know what I'm saying? If this is what we're gonna do with her, and just pander to her, put every game that she plays on TV every night. Put her on the Olympics, and let the chips fall how they fall for this girl. If it's gonna build revenue and build up promotion, that's the way to go. I'm saying I'm different in her talent, so I don't know the talent that's
Yeah.
going. So I'm pretty much saying she should have been on it because I pardon me, I just can't name 12 players that I'm not gonna say are better than her, or just let's just say I think she should she probably should have made the team. I guess.
No, I'm not on that. I think honestly, she's the last on a long list of people that should be upset about not making this team. I don't think. Yeah,
I mean, if it's for promotion,
no.
if it's for
And
promotion, I don't care. To tell you the truth, I don't really care about the time because I'm not going to watch. I'm not going to watch that Olympic. So seriously, I'm not going to watch it. So
wow,
if
we
it's
gonna get you
about
there,
that,
man.
if it's about her, if they're missing out on revenue, they need to put her on it.
No, and I don't think that they would be missing out on revenue.
Well, in that case, then she's off. Then I mean, that's what I'm saying. If the argument is more eyes would be watching the women's game because she's on it, then put her on it then.
Yeah, I think more eyes will be watching the women's game because it's the Olympics. You know, and usually the Olympics, at least for women's basketball, they get eyes on that game and attention, more than enough attention where they don't need an individual player.
Yeah, but it's different now because the way this girl is hyped. I mean, that just can't be overlooked.
Yeah, but
It's just different.
it'd be different
There's no way I can't.
Go ahead,
I can't see why. I mean, I can't see how the way this girl is hyped that, and to me it doesn't matter. But the way she's hyped, why wouldn't you put her on the team?
I think it'd be different if the Olympics were held here in America. The fact that, hey, you're going across the pond in Paris and in Europe in particular, where they don't have problems with getting fans into the seats for the women's game. They don't have problems with paying their players well.
Yeah, but I'm not gauging it well. I'm gauging. I mean, we're talking about people here saying, "Why is she not on this team?" I don't think people overseas don't care. Like I'm talking about the U.S. who care. Like seems to be more about this young lady than why she should be on.
Yeah. This is one thing. What and you know I'm all about the WNBA promoting the brand and whatnot, but I think this is one place where I'm like, nah. Um, I think players like Jonquel Jones have a bigger arguments for not being on the team and stuff like that. You know, and yeah, I just no.
Hey, listen, I listen. I take your word for it, but Leighton made it overshot. I mean,
Yeah, but even with that, he'll like Leitler had won what two national championships and stuff like that. So even though, hey, us basketball aficionados say, hey, you should definitely take Shaq instead of Leitner just off of talent and whatnot. But at least there was an argument to be made for Leitner being taken as far as his experience in championship moments. Shaq at that point, hey, in college, I don't think they got past the second or third round.
He didn't play.
Yeah.
Like Leitner didn't play. I mean, you picked him, he didn't play.
Yeah. Yeah, and for that team, I don't think any of the college guys that would have got on would have played. Just the way that team was built, made up with the team, the players that they had on there. You had to hope that Larry's back was hurting, and he didn't want to take minutes and stuff like that. You know, you had a Magic that just retired and was coming back into to playing basketball and was thirsty for minutes. Leitner wasn't going to get anything on that team.
But I'm just saying. Listen. We'll agree to disagree. I think maybe Shaq would have got in there for some minutes. Leitner didn't play.
Yeah, no, that was just a bad selection because you know the story where they played the select team with Webber, Grant Hill, Penny Hardaway. The pros are like, oh, you know, Webber's going to be something, Penny's going to be something, Grant Hill's. They played with Leitner. Nobody said nothing. You know what I mean? It was almost like he wasn't there. You know what I mean? He you know, but. Yeah, but for the whole Caitlyn thing, she's not one of the top 12 women players in the country, so I don't think she should be on the team.
Yeah, and yeah, I agree with you on that, P. If you were trying to get the top rookies, maybe you have an argument, but you looking for the top players.
Yeah, and if it's marketing and promotions, then you know. I forgot we were talking about something else, but like go all in. Bring Cameron Brink, bring Angel Reese too, and if it's just about that. But if it's about if it's about merit, yeah. If someone gets hurt, I still don't think Caitlyn would make it. I don't think she's like in the top 15, maybe not even top 20.
I definitely have to take your words for it because I mean I just don't think she's good. So but from a marketing standpoint and everyone, you know, clamoring about her, whether negative or positively, if you're talking about eyes, I would think that you get a little bit more viewers if she was on that team. I don't think I care less about gold, silver, medal when it comes to me personally for watching them. You know what I'm saying? But you root for them because it's the home country, of course, because you want to see America win. Sure. But other people's dynamics outside of ours aren't the same. Like people are invested in this girl winning.
Yeah. And to your
a lot
point,
of people would love to see her on that team.
And I don't think she has enough on the resume to be on that team. Honestly.
I don't think she's good enough. I don't think that matters, though. I just see not. That's what I'm talking about. And we're going in circles. You guys don't think she's good enough. I know she's not good enough. She shouldn't be there. But the same with Leitner, I don't think it matters. And Leitner's not even compared to Caitlyn. I'm just saying, but for Caitlyn, who she is, and the eyes that she can bring, I think it would matter to a lot of people, whether she's good or not.
Yeah. And like you said, it's all about what you're trying to accomplish.
25, 23 too. Come on, Dallas.
Let's keep it close. Now, Kyrie actually hit a 3-pointer, so I feel good.
What you call it? Before we get out of here, what's on the radar, fellas?
Oh, for me, easy tonight. This game, this is a pivotal game 3. That's what's on the radar for me.
Yeah, what's on the radar for you, man?
Yes, sir. I need Dallas to come out of here with a dub. I really do.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's a clean sweep. I'm definitely locked into the game right now. Yeah, definitely.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Role
players play better at home.
Yes, they do.
Be better this game.
Let's go, Dallas.
All right, fellas.
Peace. See y'all in a few, fifths.